We saw a tweet from Scott Agnes, the Caitlin Clark effect hitting golf. She's scheduled to play in this Pro-Am on Wednesday. The Golf Channel is starting their coverage earlier, and it will include live looks at her round.
You won't believe the craze Caitlin Clark is creating on the Golf Channel right now. You heard correctly, Caitlin Clark, who has been making headlines for basketball, is now creating such a stir on the golf course that the Golf Channel had to change their schedule specifically for her.
And now they're showing it. As you can see here, they're beginning it 90 minutes earlier just to watch Caitlin Clark.
After receiving a ton of requests from fans to showcase Caitlin's prom golf event, she is now dominating yet another sport, demonstrating her status as a true powerhouse.
Caitlin Clark is box office. She is a star.
Watch her play. She plays at a high level, highly skilled. She's the best passer in America, and she's the best shooter in America.
While some celebrities avoid the limelight, Caitlin's fascinating abilities and effortless charm continue to captivate audiences worldwide.
What is she doing wrong? What more do you want from Caitlin Clark? Seriously, what more do you want from her?
It's killing you that a straight white woman has come into the League of Angry Lesbians and dominated everything.
Here's what's going on. Caitlin Clark is outperforming her so-called rivals, Wild Angel Reese and Aho Wilson, once again. Stay tuned for this event beyond the basketball court because it's one you won't want to miss.
Caitlin Clark is not my problem. She's not my enemy. She is. And by the way she's been dressing and showing up. All right, if you need help paying rent, is a Angel Reese OnlyFans coming up next?
Let's examine the scope of Caitlin Clark's foray into the golf world and her impact, which is breaking records in the sports industry thanks to her legendary basketball performances. The fervent devotion of Caitlin's fan base is changing our perception of her potential beyond basketball.
Caitlin Clark is the Michael Jordan of women's basketball. Something exciting and electric and totally worth watching and probably a once-in-a-lifetime kind of player.
Her influence is so strong that the Golf Channel had to change to accommodate fan requests to broadcast Caitlin live at this prom event. Just think of the excitement. The network had no intention of covering this event at first, but fans bombarded their inboxes requesting that they give her more attention.
Like, they had no intention, by the way, of videoing this. People literally were emailing the network asking for them to basically show the part where Caitlin Clark was on.
And it's official now that Caitlin's debut will have its own live slot on national TV. Why all the excitement? Caitlin's rumored 10 handicap indicates that she is not an average player. To put it in perspective, a handicap of 10 is remarkable, particularly for a non-professional golfer, and it is significantly higher than what most amateur players can handle. This further solidifies the idea that Caitlin is truly gifted, and her ability on the green has fans buzzing with anticipation.
It's not like she is a pro golfer or anything. Like, she plays off a 10 handicap, which is very solid. Like, not close to being pro, I guess, but at the same time, for a celebrity, that's pretty good.
Although it's safe to assume that Angel Reese and A.A. Wilson are watching all of this unfold, whether they want to or not, they have attempted to challenge Caitlin's dominance, but her reach is now pushing beyond basketball, leaving her rivals on the sidelines. Caitlin's fans know they're in for a real show as she brings the same fiery energy and precision that have made her a household name in basketball.
There is nobody interesting in the WNBA past or present except for Caitlin Clark. They've all shown themselves to be sexist, racist, petty, ridiculous.
The irony, her fans adore the same traits that her detractors criticize her for, her fierceness and competitive spirit.
One thing Caitlin Clark does maybe better than anybody in sports right now makes it about others, makes it about team. Think about it. When's the last time you didn't see Caitlin Clark talking about a teammate? When's the last time you saw Caitlin Clark talking about herself or any of the accomplishments that she has had? Let me give you the answer to that. Never! Never! You never hear that. Now, that's why their team has gotten good.
Caitlin's passion has allowed her to not only dominate the court, but also make waves in the sport of golf. While her rivals are occupied with their typical banter, Caitlin is out there rewriting the rules for what it means to be a multiport icon.
I think Caitlin Clark is doing the right thing, rising above all of the crap that she's had to endure. The amount of fouls committed on Caitlin Clark higher than any other player, flagrant fouls committed on Caitlin Clark higher than any other player. Caitlin Clark was worried about playing the game, and that is why she got Rookie of the Year. She was not worried about the BS.
She is evidence that her popularity transcends all rivalries, and even those who don't often watch golf go in to see her play. The Golf Channel is using the Caitlin effect rather than merely changing their programming.
My advice to Caitlin, kind of keep your mouth shut, because everybody is looking for you to say anything, and they're going to splice it and cut it and make it a negative thing. The one thing that I love that she's bringing to her sport, more people want to watch. More people want to tune in.
That doesn't appear to be slowing down fans, and even rivals are paying attention to Caitlin's journey as she breaks down barriers and solidifies her status as one of the most remarkable athletes of our time.
Caitlin Clark is becoming the best player in the entire WNBA, not because she's white, because she's that good. She's having Larry Bird impact. She's been the driving force of the hottest team in the entire league, despite her record turnovers. Why? Because she's that good.
Let's discuss how Caitlin's ascent is changing the sports landscape as a whole. The enthusiasm for her goes beyond simple fandom. It's an unstoppable movement. Caitlin Clark is a cultural phenomenon in addition to being a celebrity.
The WNBA tried to capitalize on her popularity and crammed a lot of games in over a short amount of time, playing against the best teams in the WNBA.
Few athletes can command this type of demand, and Caitlin's ability to captivate viewers across several sports suggests that she's more than just another player. She's a game changer. Her supporters have demonstrated this by pushing the Golf Channel to change its schedule.
You're the number one pick. People are going to go after you because they see greatness in you. What the WNBA is measuring one type of greatness against the other greatness. Am I saying it's right that she's being pushed in the back? No, that's foul. That has no space in the sport, and we all know that.
The Golf Channel made this move not only to appease viewers but also to acknowledge Caitlin's star power, which even the major networks can't deny. What about her rivals, Angel Reese and A.A. Wilson, who have attempted to outshine Caitlin on the basketball court but are now on the sidelines?
We saw dirty play after dirty play on Caitlin Clark, and still, she just handled every single situation with the highest levels of dignity.
Observing her take center stage in a brand new arena, despite their frequent criticism of Caitlin's accomplishments, the impact of Caitlin is too great to ignore.
Caitlin Clark has done is grown the WNBA exponentially. She did in 5 weeks what would have taken 5 years. And as it pertains to draft viewership, she did in 5 days what would have taken 5 years.
Make her a fan favorite because of the equality that her rivals simply cannot match. Because of her immense star power, Caitlin is quickly becoming a multi-sport icon that appeals to followers everywhere as a representation of talent, enthusiasm, and dedication. Since Caitlin Clark is guiding the Chicago Sky to the playoffs as a rookie for the first time since 2016, I believe that if this is even a breach of the discussion about splitting this, it might as well be, hey, you received this prize for being a rookie. You also received this award for being a rookie. Caitlin's genuine demeanor and determination are the foundation of her crossover appeal. Unlike many people who become enmeshed in the celebrity lifestyle, Caitlin maintains her groundedness.
One more thing on Caitlin, which makes her super valuable, is she is leading the WNBA in points generated, which means points scored and or points assisted on. She is leading the league by a significant margin, and she is doing this as a rookie with a Fever team that is not comprised of a bunch of all-stars.
Fans follow her from the basketball court to the golf course, excited to see her next move, since she demonstrates to them that she is not here for the fame but rather for the love of the game.
Watch her play. She plays at a high level, highly skilled. She's the best passer in America, and she's the best shooter in America.
In an age where many athletes turn into influencers, watch her play. She is the best shooter and passer in America and plays at a high level of talent. Because Caitlin Clark is authentic, followers and even her alleged rivals find it impossible to turn away.
There is a lot of appropriate attention on Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever, and we found out that the Fever Storm game from over the weekend drew 2.2 million viewers, which is massive. The WNBA has 18 games this season where they've had more than 1 million viewers average, and 16 of those 18 have featured Caitlin Clark. So you cannot deny the connectivity of Caitlin Clark playing basketball and people wanting to watch. If she's playing, they will come, they will watch the game.
Caitlin is demonstrating that she is an athlete whose presence cannot be limited to just one sport when she enters the court.
She's going to break records nonstop for the next couple years.
The people have chosen Caitlin Clark. They enjoy watching her play, her style, her energy, her shot.
Fans from all over the world are watching Caitlin, and this moment demonstrates her exceptional talent for captivating audiences across all sports.
This is a girl that came in and garnered more attention than others in the game. That's what happened. It's that simple.
We got to give Caitlin Clark more respect because at this point, the goalpost keeps getting moved. And if they continue to play like they're playing, the Fever are going to make a run in the playoffs. And that might sound crazy for me to say, but this team is starting to gel.
This girl entered the game and attracted more attention than other players, and that's what happened. It's that easy. We need to respect Caitlin Clark more because, at this point, the goalpost keeps moving. And if they keep playing like they're playing, the Fever will make a run in the playoffs. I know that sounds crazy, but this team is beginning to gel.
When I look at Caitlin Clark, fans are tuning in to watch her. And you know who that's helping? Everybody else.
What Caitlin Clark does is kind of simple, really. She shows up at games, she signs autographs, she talks to little girls wearing jerseys, she smiles to the crowd, and then here's the most important thing. She competes like a maniac. I mean like a maniac.
In contrast, Caitlin's rivals, such as Angel Reese and A.A. Wilson, are attempting to pull her down by perpetuating the same old rivalry story, but they don't seem to understand that Caitlin's appeal transcends all rivalries. Instead, she is demonstrating her limitless reach.
Caitlin Clark was the solution for so many things, but so many players, coaches are also painting her out to be the problem. There was all of this just nonsense about things that Caitlin was doing wrong when, in my personal opinion, she was doing nothing but going out there and playing great basketball every night and ignoring the hate that was coming to her from all sides.
Caitlin is breaking new ground, and her detractors may continue to try to bring her back to their level, but they will only be able to observe her accomplishment from a distance.
My advice to Caitlin, kind of keep your mouth shut because everybody is looking for you to say anything and they're going to splice it and cut it and make it a negative thing. The one thing that I love that she's bringing to her sport, more people want to watch. More people want to tune in.
Caitlin is redefining what it means to be an athlete in the modern world by switching from basketball to golf, demonstrating that she is more than just a one-sport prodigy. Caitlin's foray into golf also demonstrates her innate talent. Her alleged 10 handicap, which is not little feat, further enhances her allure. Fans are drawn to her not only because she is well known but also because of her talent. Networks are rearranging entire schedules specifically for her because of this combination of relatability, athleticism, and real skill.